The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is still looking for 3 people involved in a home invasion. The Sheriff's Office says a total of 4 people tried to enter a house in the Richmond Heights community where that homeowner shot at them. Now, one of those suspects is now dead. CBS News Miami's Stephen Jerry, he joins us now from where it happened.
The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says the homeowner shot at 4 people that were trying to enter his home. One of them was hit, and that person later died, but the Sheriff's Office is still looking for the other 3 suspects involved. And we do have some new surveillance footage where you hear the gunshots from this incident, and we do want to warn you, some of what you may hear may be jarring. This ring camera video captured the moments shots rang out near Southwest 141st Street and Southwest 110th Avenue Saturday night. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says 4 people tried to force themselves inside a home around 6:40 p.m. when the homeowner shot at them and hit one of the intruders. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue responded to the scene and rushed the man who was shot to the hospital where he later died. Several neighbors told us off camera they heard 2 shots. Then minutes after all of this, the sirens came rushing in. The incident left neighbors rattled. One neighbor told us Saturday how shocking it was.
Basically, this is a very quiet neighborhood. We've been here over 30 years, and we never had any problems on this street.
Deputies have not identified anyone involved in this incident yet, and they haven't said whether there's any connection between the homeowner and these home intruders here. And again, the Sheriff's Office is looking for 3 other suspects involved in this incident. If you have any information, call the Miami-Dade County Sheriff's Office. In Richmond Heights, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope all is well with you guys out here on this beautiful Thursday evening. I'm doing well myself, and I hope y'all ain't too full from eating all of that food, because I know a lot of y'all ate a lot of food, because I did. Me and Joan both. It's always good to have some time off to just relax and kick back, and enjoy home sometime and company, That's basically all I care about when it comes down to these pagan holidays. But be that it is, we do what we have to do, okay? Well, the video we just watched happened in Richmond Heights in Miami-Dade, Florida, okay? And as you guys seen, a neighbor, basically was defending his home where he had 4 people trying to bum rush his home where his mother was in. Okay, just him and his mother. And hey, he had to do what he had to do. Okay, as a result of that, a life was lost because of a foolish choice that he made in that particular moment. You see, and the thing is this. I really feel bad for the homeowner, because you can hear, which we're going to watch that video, the sadness, in his voice, and how, he really hate that he was put in that position to basically have to defend himself and his mother, his home. You see, and that's just what it is. And then the next clip we're going to hear after that is LaShonda Jackson, who you see to the left of you. Okay? And you see the little captions. Lord, please forgive me for lying. This is what I'm thinking she's thinking. Okay? And the words in the caption with her mouth, my son wouldn't do that. Okay? Now, if you look over here, this is her son, and he was holding something which was blurred out. You can use your imagination as to what it was. Okay? But it was blurred out. Looking straight thuggish. Okay? But yet and still, she claimed her son wouldn't do that. But nevertheless, in our community, we have these type of mothers, and that's part of the problem. Where their sons get out here and daughters do all kinds of stuff, and they say, well, my kids wouldn't do that. And their kids are wreaking havoc, in our society. You see, in this case, well, obviously he did do it. You see, and what I don't like is the fact that even when they caught doing wrong, and as in this case right here, he lost his life doing wrong. It's like being on camera, doing wrong, but yet still saying, my son wouldn't do that. Okay? And that's basically what it is. But what I want us to do is check out this other video, 2 video clips, and we can hear the neighbor, his perspective as to what, he felt he had to do and everything. Now, you won't see his face because he didn't want to be on camera. So that basically it's going to be on his shoes, okay, at the foot, So kick back and check this out, and then we'll get back to the commentary.
At noon, a man who shot and killed someone he says broke into his home shares his story with CBS Miami. It happened Saturday night. Deputies say 4 people tried to break into the home. CBS News Miami's Steve Majiri joins us live from the scene in Richmond Heights. And Steve, that man says it was the worst day of his life.
Yes, he did, Naja. And the homeowner tells me that there were 4 people outside of his house that were told to leave but didn't. And the homeowner tells me he didn't open fire until one of those people tried to go into his house. And the homeowner tells me that, again, this is one of the worst things that he's ever had to do, and it's the first time he's ever had to use his gun. And we also have some surveillance footage that we're going to show you, showing the moments that those shots rang out. And we do want to warn you, what you're about to see may be disturbing.
Scariest day of my life. Scariest moment of my life.
This Ring camera video captures the moments shots are heard while 4 people were trying to enter a home on Southwest 110th Avenue on Saturday night. It happened around 6:40 p.m. The homeowner tells me the 4 people outside were told to leave the property but didn't. And he says he shot one of them when that person entered his house. He says it was the first time he's ever used his gun.
Never pulled it out, never used it. Ever. I've never been in trouble. I don't bother anybody, nobody bothers me. This was just the worst day of my life, worst night of my life.
Miami-Dade Fire Rescue came to the scene and rushed the man who was shot to the hospital. He later died. The man who fired the shot says he was with his mother at the time, and he let us look at doorbell camera footage showing him flashing the gun to try and get the 4 suspects to leave.
I'm literally holding the gun up. My finger's not on the trigger. I'm trying to scare them, trying to get them, to leave. I go in the house. As I go in the house, he charges at me. He's, all the way in. So that's when I shot twice.
Now the man is still trying to process that he killed someone, and he's worried that he may be charged. He wishes that this never happened.
And I just want to send condolences to his family. I've never been in trouble a day in my life. Never hurt another person a day in my life. Never wanted to shoot a person a day in my life. Let alone kill somebody.
And deputies have not said whether this man will be charged, and they are still looking for the other 3 suspects that are involved in this incident. If you have any information about where they are, the Miami-Dade County Sheriff's Office would like to hear from you. Live in Richmond Heights, Steve Majiri, CBS News, Miami.
And now at 5, a grieving mother speaks to CBS News Miami after her son was shot and killed during the home invasion. The man who pulled the trigger says he was trying to protect himself from a break-in at his home in the middle of the night. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from Richmond Heights with the latest on this story. Peter.
Well, Jim, we can tell you that the homeowner actually showed us his own ring cam video that shows him flashing his gun initially to try to scare off the 4 intruders, but the mother of the man who was shot says the homeowner overreacted. The homeowner did not want to be shown or identified, but he told us when he heard his mother screaming about the intruders at their home Saturday night, he grabbed his gun and says he was forced to shoot 26-year-old Quanteri Alvin Whitley.
As I'm coming to go in the house, he charges at me. He comes inside right after me. So I shot 2 times, and I wish it never happened.
The homeowner could not say if any of the intruders had weapons. Whitley's mother, LaShondia Jackson, told me the homeowner should have never opened fire.
The way he told him about his mother came out and said that they need to get off her porch or she's going to call the police, then why she didn't call the police at that moment? If that was what they needed to do to avoid shooting him and killing him, Then why she didn't call the police?
Ring cam video captures the moments shots were heard. The homeowner says he did not want to have to fire.
I'm literally holding the gun up. My finger's not on the trigger. I'm trying to scare them, like trying to get them like to leave. Never pulled it out, never used it. Ever.
But Jackson's mother is challenging what the homeowner is saying.
He was a father.
Father.
He was a son. He was a brother. He was a cousin. He was everything. Did he have run-ins with the law? Yes, he did. But a home invasion wasn't one of them.
And I just want to send condolences to his family. I've never been in trouble a day in my life. Never hurt another person a day in my life. Never wanted to shoot a person a day in my life.
The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office told us this is an open investigation and they could not say if any charges will be filed. Meanwhile, they are looking for the 3 people who took off. If you can help, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We are live in Richmond Heights. Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
Now y'all hear that bullshit that this woman is talking about right here. LaShinda Jackson, the bereaved mother of the home invader. Okay, I don't give a damn about nothing she's talking about. Because see, here's the deal. I'm sure if somebody else's son was bum rushing her home like that, she wouldn't have the same sentiments that she has as far as the neighbor who defended himself, or the man who defended himself against her son. She would have a gun to do the same thing. She would have the right to, even if she did. Okay? But just because it's his son, no, you should have waited. You just should have waited to see what was going to happen. Well, if the man had did that, he probably wouldn't even be around to even tell the story. And neither would his mother. So you can, cancel that shit that you're talking right here. You're just talking like, my son can get out here and do all these things right here, but y'all better not harm him. See, and this is the problem with our societies. I hate that her son and people that think like her son in our societies putting people like us in the position to have to defend ourselves and take a life. Or even, basically, wound a life. You understand? But hey, that's not your choice. It's their choice. It's their choice and the decisions that they make on what's going to be brung on them, rather if they get hurt or they lose their life entirely like this man right here did. Because he knew fucking better. He knew better. So, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, the only one that I have a heart for is the man who basically defended himself. Because I can tell within his own heart, he hate what he did and he hate that he had to do it, but he had to do it. Just like anybody else. You see, he's the only one I sympathize for at this point. Other than that, I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy for her son. There's too many of people like her son that are out here running our streets right now. Okay? I heard another story in Miami where there was another home invasion attempt where a woman came out of her home. I think it was a B&B, something like that. And 3 or 4 dudes had a gun, and got her and made her go back in her home. And just so happened there was a man there, pulled a gun and started busting caps at their asses. And they exchanged gunfire back and forth. Nobody was hit. But they did catch the 3 or 4 guys who did that, and their asses locked up. It was more than that. I think it was about 5 or 6 of them. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about that's going on in our society. All because of bonnet-wearing women like this, the mothers. My son ain't did this and ain't did that. She know fucking well what her son was all about. So I have no sympathies or nothing like that for your loss. I really don't. I really don't. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is the other side of white supremacy. Yeah, you heard me, white wannabe, wish they was supremacy. Was a day back when, and it still is, where you got to worry about what they're going to do to you and your people. But the other side of it, hell, in your own fucking communities, you got this right here, this element running around doing the same damn thing. So he's going to get the same thing that the white ones get. And that's just the way I feel about it. And before anybody that would say, well, you should have more compassion for the mother, well, I'm sorry, I don't. Because this is the same woman right here that if you was in the same position and her son that came for you the way that he did this man that forced him to take his life, she would be saying these same things about you. They don't care. They do not care. It's all about their children. If my children want to go out here and wreak havoc on society, you let them do it. The hell you say? I'm tired of people like them putting us in the position to have to do things like this. They have you feeling bad. You see what I'm talking about? When all of a sudden you really did something good. Because had you not, like I said before, probably wouldn't be here to even tell the story. It would have been another mystery that the police would have had to solve and find the criminals responsible for taking that man and his mother's life. And that's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular situation right here. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.